How's it going? So today, actually, yes, yeah, today's Monday. So yesterday we talked about the D&D campaign a little bit, trying to get started eventually, and to start designing my characters. So I'm going to do that first. Uploaded a video to TikTok and Instagram for my food stuff, like drink reviews. Just checking on that. Okay. So we're going to use Roll20 as we did in the past. But there's obviously nothing in it at the moment. I'm going to change my profile picture at some point, figure out how to do that. Let me pull up some documentation for D&D. Let's see. Okay, here is the best free website apparently for D&D information. Let me pull up a browser. Oh, I did record a video on this. I thought it was the orange version, but it's mango. It's fine. I'm not a huge fan of this flavor, but I wanted to try the orange one. I should have been more observant. And I've recorded a video on it, of course. It's okay. So the last campaign, I did a Forge Cleric. This campaign, I'm not going to do a cleric of anything. So I have to think of what type of class, what type of race, backstory. Also, there are official backgrounds that he said we could use. Also, we could potentially use or start with a feat of some type, potentially, as long as it's not super overpowered. Yeah. Um, I was messing around with Chat GPT a bit. Obviously, it's not current. So I think I did show this in one of my last streams. This is what I started with. Just helped me make a character, and then it gave a few things. So we said race, class, ability scores. I'm not going to do this now because we're going to do that in the next session on Sunday, most likely. Choose a background, alignment. Okay, this is pretty good because some of these I already forgot. So I'll have to. Alignment sometimes depends on the class too. Like the class needs a certain alignment. With probably exceptions. There's always exceptions. It's like skills and proficiencies. Choose equipment, backstory, different things based on class, finalize details. All right, so this is a good question. My initial idea was some type of barbarian that was smarter than usual. Because when you think of barbarian, you kind of think of dumb. So just kind of counter to that. But then he would have difficulties somehow related to his skills and stuff. I was thinking, uh, but I mean, that's basically kind of like the Hulk, so not super exciting. And then we had joked around with the idea of doing a full bard group. but that's not going to happen. Other people want to do different classes and stuff now, so probably should not do a bard because there's already someone that wants to do a bard slash necromancer or something. So that'll be interesting. Well, backgrounds. Let's take a look and see if there are any of these backgrounds that would make sense. Acolyte. You have spent your life in the service of a temple to a specific Big G. That reminds me of the last campaign, Big G Galleon. Or Pantheon of Gods. Actually, let me see real quick. Just that we're talking about. One of the guys is already getting pretty into his character design here. I'm just going to check to see what he said. Okay, he was thinking reborn. Let me see if that's... Maybe I can search this on Google. Like this site, just the site. So when you do site colon an actual site, you can potentially just search on it. It seems to work usually, but reborn. Okay. So we've got this thing. So this is potentially what he wanted to do. Death isn't always the end. The reborn exemplifies this. Being individuals who have died yet somehow are still alive. Some reborn exhibit the scars of fatal ends. Okay. Their ashen flesh. So basically, Dark Souls. They love that word in Dark Souls, ashen. Bloodless veins, making it clear that they have been touched by death. Of the reborn are marvels of magic or science being stitched together from... Maybe we should do an all zombie party. Oh, I'm not going to type that. I was going to type it into the chat, but actually I think she's a necromancer bard. It doesn't necessarily mean that she's dead. Yeah, I don't know her backstory. But Uriel, our DM, did start telling us about the world, and there was a cool little tidbit of information already. Let me paste this into Notepad so I can show it. I use an online document thing, but I don't really want to show the link and stuff. Because it has a... Anyways, I'm going to just copy it in here. So he said, we'll do a side story potentially when someone can't join for a session. But if they are out of the game too long, they'll just go back to the main campaign. Yeah. Peace between races. So get rid of this. 100 years since the war. Battlefield. Okay, the battlefield transitioned to the main city. This Eldoria. Of course, all this stuff is probably misspelled. Some of it. Well, some of it is. At the very least. Let me make sure my microphone is working. Yeah, okay. Transitioned to main city. If I do change this, I need to paste it back into my document. Let's see. There we go. So he said the main city is this Eldoria, Eldenwood realm. I misspelled these things. I didn't. So the elves are in this specific area of the city he had mentioned right here. And this one, it's irrelevant, but the humans are over here. So they're a little bit segregated. And then the orcs are surrounding the city, which is interesting. Okay, then we're supposed to decide if we are going to be in or out of the city. Let's see. Insert horizontal line. There we go. So that's one thing I need to come up with. Pull up another notepad here. I'll actually save this one. Switch this for a second. Just in case. Put in my D&D 1. 2023. That should be good. So here's the main document I'm going to use for the moment. Okay, so here's the neat little bit of information. It says all of the players are going to be going to this Ephesus University. This was the last name I came up with for my previous character. So it was Okas Ephesus. I honestly don't know how to spell it or pronounce it. I'm saying, oh, whoops, duh. Yeah, so right here, Ephesus University. So that's the cool little bit of information. Because we had assumed after the campaign ended, the entire universe was basically never existed. So this is very interesting. It says after going to the university, you will receive a license to be an adventurer or in the military. If you fail from the university, you're not even a citizen at that point, apparently. He's just saying which, I don't know, I don't remember what that was in reference to. It's one of the D&D books. You can use backgrounds, you can mix, the current era of this universe is starting to mix the magic stuff and the technology stuff. So steampunk, basically. And he had mentioned the Underdark still exists because one of the characters was, or two of the characters were from there in the past, the previous game. So yeah, that's all the notes that I have for that. But this is important. So I need to be working towards a goal of something. We're starting at level 0, apparently. Zero. Okay, that's probably good. So basically, I made the joke when we were talking. Basically, like an anime where it's a school. It starts in a school. You know, there's so many shonen anime that start like that. But in this case, we're in college, so it's not middle school or high school or whatever. There are some college-based animes, but they're not as prevalent as the other ones. All right, so this is potentially one of the characters if he does do this. Uh, that would potentially add some interesting RP. I mean, that's pretty overpowered. You don't have to eat, drink, or breathe. Advantage on death saving throws. The this specific person, he likes to really max out his character, so it's very powerful. This is probably a good fit for him. So okay, let's put this up here. So it says background acolyte. This wouldn't work because we're basically younger. We're going to college. You don't. He said you don't have to be young, but you are going to college for the first time, type of thing. Anthropologist. So they're potentially driven by curiosity. I'm trying to see personality traits, ideals, bonds. Maybe you're just supposed to pick one. And they're suggested, so it's not. Yeah, I'm not sure. Let me try to. Let me see if I can make a temporary. Hmm. Okay. This is good. Let's try this. So we've got Dragonborn, which is what I did last time. Not going to do it again. Gnome, half elf, orc, human tiefling. Hmm. Custom. It's only got so many here. Tieflings share certain racial traits as a result of their infernal descent. So you get increased intelligence and charisma. They mature at the same rate as humans, but live a few years longer. So they tend towards chaotic. Actually, this might be a good one for a barbarian. Tend towards evil. I mean, should I play an evil character? It's kind of against my It'd be interesting. Dark Vision, Hellish Resistance. Man, that could make a really jerky character. So, in addition to the other set of stuff with the barbarian and things like that, I wanted it to be really good at convincing people of things and talking his way. I'll just say him because I'm gonna do another guy, of course. Don't have to, but I'm I'm in touch with a male human, so it's easy to RP. Anyways, I think this might work because they have, where was that? +1 intelligence and +1 charisma, which is good for the RP aspect. It's not most likely good for the berserker aspect, but that's fine. Because I don't care if my character is especially good at fighting. So I might even have the stats a little bit counter to my class. All right. Let me see if I can find. Actually, let's. How do I spell tiefling? Delete that, just in case. T. Tiefling. Tiefl. Suggest male tiefling names, please. Please. Onegashimasu. Ooh, that looks kind of cool. Zeph, Euron, Lucian, Mordai, Cashmere, Thorn. So this is kind of Dagon, Xerix, like Xerox, but Xerix. Oh, so what is now? They're a race, of course, but they might have a certain language. Man, we're okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. Even ChatGPT is correcting me. I'm just trying to get a idea here. It's probably common. Infernal. Okay, so that's basically what I was asking it. All right. So it's their heritage language, apparently. Speak common. All right. Man, maybe I should make him emo. Oh no, this it's gonna turn into huh. So part of the issue, I don't have a whole lot of context on lore and stuff. I don't know much about it, so it's hard to like mingle it with official stuff. Not that I have to, but it could be interesting. So sub race. So it'd be like a half and half. A tiefling orc. That would be a trip. Halfling. So there's a half elf by default in here. If I do my own thing, it's just going to make it more of a hassle to deal with in here. So I think I'm just going to go straight tiefling. Custom. Yeah. Standard tiefling. Oh. Chaotic good. Can I do that? Or chaotic neutral? Yeah, so this is the main reason I'm picking them. I'm pretty sure charisma is the one that helps with. I asked it a question earlier. Not to say this is correct, but it seems to be pretty good. Let me see. T. How do I spell T? I-E. Tiefling. Can't spell persuasion. Create a tiefling bard with a focus on RP related skills like persuasion. It's an interesting and unique character. Thank you. This combination is typically savage class with social skills can lead to engaging roleplay. Okay, maybe he was born in a field or something and he was raised by some like savage thing. That could work. Let's write that down. Where's my what is this? That's the one I want. I don't think I need this at the moment. Okay, so we've got outside of the city. Yeah, from. Tiefling. Berserker. There's this like meme-ish. I don't know if it was even before meme the word became so popular. Probably not. But there was this Berserk revoiced or like mixed up. And it's on YouTube. And it's there's a certain scene where he's like Berserker and something about a truck. I can't remember the specifics, but it's a comedy basically. And using the 1996 or 97 anime. And I still think about it today. Tiefling. Okay, maybe there's a background that fits with this. Technically, it could be a hermit. Live in seclusion. So, what I could do here, assuming that this does officially mean that universe still exists, I could somehow relate my current character and it's a smarter. I don't know if smarter is the right word, but I'm gonna have him like self-educated in the sense that even though he was out in the forest or whatever, he found a cache of information and then potentially comes from my previous character. I could look back at the roleplay notes and find like a certain thing that happened and relate it somehow. Man, I shouldn't type it in here because it doesn't have spell check. I never spell campaign properly. Campaign. Skill proficiencies, medicine and religion. Herbalist kit. Languages. Equipment. Hmm. I'm not super understanding of what the point of these are. Some of them do change your stats and things, but it'd be a fisher. He's really good at fishing. Bay Lost. Whoops. Grew up in the Feywild after disappearing from your home plane as a child. Perhaps you were spirited away. The classic anime movie by Kindly Faye. I thought you were destined for great things, perhaps stumbled through a Fey crossing by chance during a twilight stroll in the woods. Perhaps you were kidnapped by evil Fae, but escaped. Whatever the manner of her disappearance, you gradually fell under the Feywild spell. Learned a little bit about the nature of the tricksters. Mercurial tricksters? Don't know what that is. Oh, that's just the name of these type of fae. So I have proficiency in deception, which is good. Survival. Tool proficiency in a musical instrument. Not exactly elvish, gnomish, goblin. Hmm. 8 GP. Your eyes swirl with iridescent colors. That's kind of cool. You have long whiskers like a cat? What? Oh, you have to roll for this. Your mannerisms and knowledge of Fey customs are recognized by natives of Feywild, who see you as one of their own. Friendly Fey creatures and inclined to come to your aid. That would be kind of cool. Hmm. That's pretty neat. Maybe when I go berserk, they come out of the woodwork and assist. I've never done the berserker thing. I've done a few D&D campaigns, years for quite a few, but the main one that I for years now, the previous one was the Forge Cleric, so not especially adept at any of them besides that. And there was a time that I did a lot of D&D, but I was the DM, and I don't honestly remember a whole lot about that either. So that was before the previous campaign. This could be very interesting. Let me save this. Gladiator, artisan, merchant, haunted one. You are haunted by something so terrible that you dare not speak of it. Yee. I mean, that would probably work too. I don't know if I want to. Okay, I'm not going to make my character emo. He's going to be smarter. Nah. Knight, Marine, Noble, Outlander. Grew up in the wilds, far from civilization, in the comforts of town and technology. Witnessed the migration of herds larger than forests, surviving weather. Okay. Hmm. Okay, skill proficiencies, athletics, and survival. Oh, so this basically forces me to pick. That's not great. Honestly, I might just pick what I want and not do a set background. Urchin. Grew up on the streets. Sleight of hand, stealth. Yeah. Dragonlance. Yeah, those are way too much. Dissenter. Initiate. Oh, I'm blocking it with my camera. Hmm. Let's go back to this Phalos thing. Look at it again. I mean, those are fine. They fit well enough. I honestly don't know what the survival skill does. I don't know if we even used that last time. Deception is definitely good. Don't know what this is. Silovan? Not sure. Gnomes, elvish. This might be useful. I honestly don't know much about gnomes. Maybe I could have him grown up in that underground thing. Eh. Hmm. What time is it? 5:20. Yeah, I'm liking this background Fate Lost. Easy enough. Tiefling. So we go Tiefling. Class. Let's see what we got here. Wizard, Warlock, Sorcerer, Rogue. I feel like these are two that would probably make more sense, but Paladin, Monk, Fighter, Druid, Barbarian. Martial weapons, simple weapons, light armor, medium armor, shields. It's not in here. Do I get 2 extra? Let me check. Let me ask. Let's see, what was it called? Fey Lost. VAR. Hmm. Thaumaturgy. Is that the one that makes noise? Animal handling, athletics, intimidation, perception, survival. Hmm. Pull this up. Whoops, what browser was that in? Not that one. This one. Whoops. Man, I can't look at this in Animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, and survival. He's typing. He's typing. Let's see what he says. He knows a lot more about D&D in general than I do, of course. Yeah, so right here. I mean, it'd be nice if I could do 4. That'd be very helpful. Saving throws, strength, and constitution. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, if I go that route, I'm gonna be questionable at best. He's typing. Rage. Unarmored defense. Checking this. There we go. Primal path. Maybe I should be playing, what's that? Giga Chad music. Hmm. Okay, he's thinking I get both. We'll see. Hmm. Interesting. So I can handle animals. That would make sense with my situation. And I'd probably be athletic or nature. I don't know what nature skill is. Perception is always good. I'd probably do that one. So animal handling, perception. Okay, another one of the guys that is adept at D&D. He looked at it, so we'll see what he says if he does respond. Yes. Rage. Hmm. There's my duck. Okay. P-R-O-F-I-C. Perception is always good. Always good. Use that so much. Or I could add the thing that he has bad vision and then change it to something else. But hmm. Interesting. Chaotic neutral or chaotic good? That is the question. Let me ask Chat GPT. D and D 5E. Chaotic neutral. Whoops. I did. Chat GPT calling me out. Might cancel. Sorry, bro. Good. There we go. Independence and freedom. That would make more sense. Unpredictability. That would probably make more sense. Self interest. I mean, if you're living out in the wild, probably, yeah. Moral ambiguity. You wouldn't really have people of society teaching you that, so that would make sense. Oh, Joker from Batman. Yeesh. Jack Sparrow. Yeah, that's a little closer. Not this one. I don't want to be evil. Champion of freedom and justice. Unpredictable but ethical. This is more of my personal sensibilities, so it's easier to role play that. Altruism. They believe in the I don't even believe that myself. Inherent goodness of people. That's funny. I think it's more learned than inherent, sadly. Rebellion against injustice. Robin Hood. Okay, that's a good example of that. Aladdin. All right. Very nice. The other guy didn't respond, but he did look at it. So I get this benefit, which is very good. Very nice, very good. Dark vision, hellish resistance, lingo proficiencies. The thing is, if I grew up away from them, I shouldn't know that. Like away from most people. Mm, I don't know what age a being could survive. Like what minimum age by themselves. Hmm. Oh, he would have to breed. So if I want him to be smart, he would have to have been taught up to a certain point, and then he could self teach himself, self teach himself. Yeah. Hmm. Let me ask. Chat. It's the easiest thing, and I haven't even used this much lately. I'm just using it right now because it's convenient. Whoops. Pull this over here. Let's make a new chat. Like click here, new chat. There we go. Easy which a child becomes proficient enough to read and write to be self-taught can vary depending on the individual. That's just fluff. Don't tell me. Waste my time. Early, early literacy skills. Read simple sentences 4 to 6. Fluency and comprehension 7 to 9. Okay, so around 10 to 12. By then, it's that kind of makes sense. So I'd say at at 12 or maybe 13. So if he goes to college at 18 or 19, there would be a gap of 7-ish years out in the wild. Hmm. Okay, I have an idea. Okay. Not abandoned. It's called, yeah, Feywild. I mean, I could do even earlier. So it says 10. Let's just say 11. Spirit. Yeah, let's use specifically Spirited Away, 'cause that's funny. So the idea is that there was a library out in this Feywild, like a magical one or something. Hmm. Oh boy. Hmm. Bad thing about Notepad is that you can only do one undo, one redo, and then you're screwed. So I'll try to save it occasionally. Okay, so that one's good. I'm gonna close that for now, I think. Wait, no, I'm just gonna switch. Okay, back to the D&D stuff. Let's put that out of the way. Can't flip and spell. Mysterious. Okay. Oh, I mean that doesn't. Mm, if I want to be a barbarian, hmm, I'm kind of designing a wizard or something. Yeah, I want it to be smart, but I want it to be a barbarian. I don't know. Absolutely. Barbarians in D&D 5e can be smart or intelligent. While the barbarian class typically emphasizes physical strength and combat, there's no restriction on a barbarian's intelligence or their ability to be intelligent or wise. Background, character concept, role playing skills and feats. Multi class. You can be thoughtful and intelligent. You can be a thoughtful and intelligent barbarian who brings a unique perspective to the party. Okay. Thank you. Hmm. I guess I could learn one of these. If I do goblin, maybe this would be where the barbarian stuff comes from. Yes. So Fey lost. Lang. All right. Yeah, this is good. Very nice. So I'm supposed to have a musical instrument. Do goblins? D and D. Really loud car on here. Or something. Let's see. Choice of characters, skill, proficient, entertainer. Lute, flute, lute, flute, a lute, flute. Okay. Actually, what I could do here is it would be something he had on his person from his, his parents gave to him. Loop flute. T. Word. Language. Come on. Yeah. Don't they have like a commonly used thing? Come on. Small harp. Pluck string instrument. That probably wouldn't survive long term, especially as a kid. A lute is a stringed instrument common with bards. So maybe a flute, pan flute, reed based instrument. I think it would have to be metal. Drum, harp, violin. Let's do a flute. This is good. This is good. Should I have his parents give it to him or maybe a childhood friend? Hmm. The daughter of. I have to come up with the name here. How do I spell Tief out? T Tief Tief Tiefling. Yeah, Tiefling. Flinging. Nix. Thala. Ivdane. Hmm. Zephyra? Illura? That's pretty good. Emilirana? Emilira? Adding more to it's probably making it too difficult to pronounce. That's fine. Use the default one. All right. Yeah, so he was spirited away at 11. So I could potentially have him go towards spellcasting a little bit as a dual class thing in the future, but I'm just not going to touch on it. Because let's just say he read everything in that library. All right. I have to come up with his parents' names. Maybe I'll have them pass, like, they passed away in the meantime. 19? Let's do 20. 20 is pretty good. That's 2 years. 19. Let's do 19. 19. It's going to be pretty young. Pretty young. Mm. There's a point in the previous campaign where Okaz. Eventually is forced to abandon it. Okay, there was a point in the previous campaign where Okaz created a getaway. Let's say there was a point in Okaz life where he created a getaway research facility in the Feywild. Eventually, he was forced to abandon it. Shelter. I don't know how to put this here. Obviously, monsters wouldn't go in there, but like any intelligent creature, but not intelligent in the sense that just sentient non-monster. Fizz, Zog, Drip, Zaz. So I'm thinking that he'll take on a middle name because a lot of his interactions were with these goblins. Thud, Zip, Zib, Grick. Grick's pretty good. Grob, Zog, Mirk, Merk, Niblet, Snick, Squig, Zog, Grizz, Thud. Let's go with Grick. Nah. Grab, Grizz, Grizzle D Rizzle, like Monkey D Luffy, Grizzle D Rizzle. They called me Grizzle D Rizzle. So basically the same stuff. Zara, Wicket, Whizzle, Grizzle D Whizzle. Yeah, let's do that instead. Whiz. Maybe that should be the name of his mentor. Or Whizzle Degrizzle. Yeah, let's do that. Is that how you spell civility? I don't think it is. Is it? Yeah. Okay, it's fine. Just delete that. I don't know how those links work. Anyways, bringer of like knowledge related to farm, maybe? Farming. So he taught them ways to kind of sustain themselves without attacking. Whizzle de rizzle. Grizzle. Whizzle de grizzle. Yeah, okay, that's good. Yeah, is it surname? I don't know if goblins have surnames, but this one does. Yeah, okay. Maybe just Hmm. I need to use the restroom. Oops, did I close my campaign dock? Oh no, it's right here. Oh no, that's not it. Whoops. There it is. Alright, I'm gonna pull up something real quick here. I wish I could route my video player to have audio, but it doesn't work. Oh man. I also need to do another backup of video files because I'm running out of space. Come on. So slow. I'll do the cosplay one again. I'll jump forward here. Let's go right here. All right. I'll be back. Seal this up. Hopefully the purple won't matter because I don't really want to change it. And it did not work. You're friggin' kidding me. Bro, how did I miss that? Thread is so freaking tight. I can't see it. Cool. Now to do this one, got a stripe. 1 of 2. It's not perfect. Okay, we got that going. Good old pins. First line of the second one. Not amazing, but gonna keep going. Got the needles in for the second line of the second stripe of the single arm. One arm, first arm. I am 2 hours, 18 minutes in. It curve around so much. Oh, this fabric worked better than I expected. It looks nicer. That to that, although there was another stripe too. I'm going to do the other arm, not record that because it took a really long time. All right, first step is complete. Took quite a while. No surprise really. We've got that going and also the other side. Not perfect. They are definitely not amazing up close, but it works. It's gonna be good enough. Now I need to do the collar. Basically the same technique, most likely, just thinner, and then it'll wrap around the front and the back. I noticed that this shirt has a line, like right here for the, it's different. I don't know if it's normal, I don't know. You can notice it from the back. That, and then it's not on the other side. Probably just some way to make it cheaper. Well, maybe not much stretch because of how I sewed these. Let's see. Not amazing. This machine has a bunch of different patterns, but I used a standard one for this, which might not have been the best idea, but I don't think it's going to be a huge problem. It does still have a little bit of flex. I did improve my techniques a little bit here and there, or at least made it faster. Not necessarily made it look better. Needles are vital. I always knew that. I always say you should care about needle placement, everything like that. Oh yeah, this is my last one. Not amazing. Speedrunning these sewing portions like this one. I did the steps wrong, even on the last one. So instead of doing this last, I did those last, the edges, so that it just crosses over. It can be fixed if I really felt like it, but no. Next up I'll do the neck, and then I will tackle the text here, the FA or whatever it is. Do a template in paper, cut that out of the felt. I might do 1 or 2 layers, I'm not sure. I feel like 2 layers would be better than 1, and then I can edge it. Placement's gonna be challenging, but I could always fix it if I really screwed up. The goal now is to put that lining on the top here. What's a good one? Okay, here you can really see it. There's the purple line. So I should try to make it taller. And I did notice his sure it's different here. So I'm just gonna not copy him, not copy that in this case. So I know that 2.5 inches will get me what it looks like here, but that's when it's folded over once internally. But I'm gonna fold it over again, so maybe 3 inches this time. I think I'll work best. I'm gonna try using some of this 1/2 inch braided elastic to thicken up the neck strap with the purple. I was gonna use this as the distance gauge. And I think I'll sew this. Here we've got the purple spandex stuff and then some of that black elastic. That'll be the collar, basically. I'm gonna sew this together. All right. My hand. Okay. There we go. Let me make sure my microphone working. Yep. Cool. Okay. This is good. There's like no carbonation in here. Was this opened? Yeah. Nani. Should I drink this? Okay, I should probably not drink this. Oh, wait. Now I'm seeing carbonation, but it's not, this is not normal. Now it's, what the heck? What's the expiration date on it? Don't even know if these have expiration dates on them. I don't see it. I mean, it feels like it still has carbonation in it. And there was a bit of a click. Yeah? It just doesn't seem the same as I've had in the past. Probably should not drink it. I did have it out twice and then put it back in the fridge. But I mean, they come not in the fridge. So it's not like... All right. Let's say, so I'm going to look over this again. Let's say there was a point in Okasa's life where he created a getaway research facility in the Feywild. Eventually, he was forced to abandon it for whatever reason. Contains a home with needed spaces to live. A building. As well as a 2-story library. There are protections and other spells in place to keep it in decent shape. He also designed it such that it would open up to a shelter, open up to and shelter individuals that were deemed sentient, non-monster type creatures. Oh. I don't need that. All right. Need to figure out a name. He's spirited away to the Feywild. Should this be capitalized? Spirited away to the Feywild at age 11 by mysterious force. By the age he knew enough to become self-taught using material from an abandoned house, he took up residence in the Maid By the age he knew enough to become self-taught using material, reading materials from the abandoned house made by Okas that he took up a residence in. The building had an extensive 2-story library in it. He read and tried to study everything in that library over the years, but some of it wasn't understandable, even though he knows most of the facts put forth in the text. This might allow him to have proficiency to dual classing with magic in the future. He seriously tried to return to the game's plane many times, but could never figure anything out until the age of 19. That is when I don't know anything about the Feywild. Whoops. The Green Man. Archfey. Eladrin. Okay, here's the elf. Hags. Seelie. Is it Sele, like the Evangelion? I don't know how it's spelled though. Seelie Court is known for its benevolent and more lighthearted archfey and creatures are associated with bright and joyous aspects. Maybe these ones. After a of travel, I think a month is a good amount. Like, I mean, should I say 2 months? Because it needs to be significant enough that he wouldn't have done it before. I'll say 2 months of travel. So in this case, I need Eldoria. I don't know what else to call it. Home base. I also have to come up with what he looks like. Hmm. I'm also glossing over all of the negative things potentially he went through Obviously, if he's dealing with goblins constantly, and let's just say the goblins are where he gets a lot of the bad traits from, that there's definitely that aspect to it I need to dig into. So that's going to be where the berserker comes from, where the chaotic, neutral, no like no strong sense of morality, learned morality or whatever, or just like the bare minimum of what they have from their dealings with Okos and other creatures that they didn't go and kill or whatever. So Wizzle Bristle's group. No, Wizzle Grizzle. I keep saying Rizzle. Grizzle's better because it Rizzle is too modern sounding. Let's see. So maybe I can have this Unseelie court be the ones that brought him there. Hmm. What's this called again? They lost. Okay, so Archfey, Fey Lords, Mysterious Fey Gateways. I guess I could do a no intent. Fey associated artifacts. It could be his flute. Yeah, that could work. Man, this is super helpful. Not to say that it's correct or whatever, but it's just helpful for ideas because I don't know a ton of lore and such. Enchanted forests, curses, pranks, mysterious ritual gone wrong, outsider's influence. They called Fey Gates. Let's do the full word. Fey gateways. With a Fey gateway. He was spirited away accidentally to the Feywild at age 11 by his flute's interaction with a Fey gateway. He doesn't know this is why it happened. By that age, he knew enough to become self-taught using reading materials from the abandoned house from an abandoned house made by Okos that he took up residence in. The building has, I'll just say, it's an extensive 2-story library in it. He read and tried to study everything in it. Over the years, but some of it wasn't understandable enough. He knows most of the facts put forth in the text. But even though, okay, I misread that. But some of it wasn't understandable, even though he knows most of the facts put forth in the text. This might allow him to have I don't know if I spelled that right. Propensity? Nope. City with an S. Propensity to dual classing with magic in the future. He knows a lot, but doesn't have experience and is missing some things not covered in the texts. He seriously tried to He tried to return to the game's plane many times, but could never figure anything out until the age of 19. That is when he came upon light-hearted archfey and creatures called the Salicourt. After 2 months, this is what happens when you edit and don't, yeah. After 2 months of travel away from his home base. Yeah, okay. They are associated with the bright and joyous aspects of Feywild. They were able to teleport him to the outskirts of Eldoria. They also told him that his what? How to use the properly. So, whoops. So he is able to travel Let's say it was 6 months since he arrived in Eldoria. Now, a 20-year-old. He learned of and applied to Ephitus. I shouldn't have picked a name that was difficult to pronounce because now we're going to use it more. Ephidas. Yeah, I'll just say Ephidas. Ephidas. Yeah, why? Ephitus University, once he recognized the name. Curious to learn if it is actually Okos Ephitus. He learned about through the various research journals left at his home base by Okos. You take all this. Whizzle. Put this on the top here. Cool. I'm also going to put this in my online version, just in case. All right. Man, there's so much more I can do here. 649. Animal handling perception. Philos, extra language, goblin. Charisma, tiefling. Okay, let me fill these out a little bit more here. So we got race stats here. Humanoid, size medium. Yeah, I guess he could have learned Inferno from his parents. That's not what I want. Maybe I should increase this. I don't think 2-month travel is enough. I think it needs to be more because I want him to only really interact with goblins in the Feywild. So it really emphasizes his berserker side. Berserker. Yeah. Let's see. After 4 months. 4 months should be good. I mean, 4 months of walking travel. Yeah, I think that'll work. Most Pixies, Nix, Pixies and Nixies, water drawing, sprites, unicorns, blink dog, blink in and out of existence. Red cap. Oh man. Hmm. I don't know. Are barbarians, berserkers the same thing? I don't know. Maybe I should have it where the goblins, the friendly goblins, were decimated around the time he tried to really get out of there. Hmm. Should he have a pet? Let's see what these blink dogs look like. I feel like he's gonna have a pet because spending that many years by yourself is probably very rough. Oh man. So I'm seeing a thing. The blink dog is a good dog. While you may think a wild dog from the Feywild would be chaotic, the blink dog isn't. Having more in common with a domesticated cousin, you don't even have to give them treats to behave because they are naturally good natured. Okay, he's got a blink dog. Or he had, I should say. Let me see how long they live. A century. Is that 10 years? Yeah. Okay, let me see. Let me figure out the calculation here. So if he arrived at 11, I think it was, and he's 19, I guess I could have some tragic situations here. T. So specific. Let's see if ChatGPT can do it. Yeah, it's struggling here. It's like, holy crap. Wisp? Oh man. Puck is an anime that basically is the same type of thing. There was a character called Puck. Can't remember which anime it was. Was it ReZero? The elf girl? Yeah, her thing I think was Puck, the little creature thing. Shimmer, Blink, Wisp. I like Wisp. Whoops. WHISP. I can't flip and spell. Another forest. I don't know how you do that. Oh, with the possessive form of a name that has S's at the end. I don't know. Jinx. Hopper. Echo. Wisp. Jinx. Blaze. Twister. Nixie. I'm gonna keep Wisp. Jinx is pretty good though. Let's see how if they live around 10 years. Five. Let's just say 6 when they met. Okay, so 11, 19, 18, 9, 8. So he lived there 8 years. I need to flip and come up with a name for my character. That's kind of a cool name. Tyndall. Maybe I'll use that as his last name. Tempest. Flame. Mirage. Blaze. Twister. I kind of like that for a last name. Tindalos. It's easy to say too. Like double T. Titan. Titan. Or those other names I had. Female. Tiefling. Need another list here. Certainly. Draven. Draven Tindalos. Xerix. Okay, these it looks like the same list. Thorn. Moros. Moros Tindalos. It's a little easier to say. You know, that makes no sense, but I'll see what happens. Dustthorn. Kieter. Grimbleet. And these are all very difficult to pronounce. Goblin X. Vorlich. Sure. Xeric. Tindalos. Oh, I did do a campaign before yeah, that was relatively long too, and I have streams of that. And that was I thought it was with an X or a Z. I could check real quick. Let me see. Oh man, it's already 7. I thought I was gonna do more stuff today, but this is very intense. Tindalos. Zybon. So I was that name for my campaign before Okos. Looks like that was at least I recorded 10 sessions. Oh no, 11, 12, 13, 15 sessions. Yeah. Let's see. Tindalos. Tindalo. Yeah, okay. Vexillar Tindalos. Vex. Callus. I mean, Draven. Let me see what Draven. Oh, Draven's a League of Legends. Hmm. Okay, that's too close. He also looks like a berserker. I vaguely remember Draven from the few months that I played League. He has axes. Yeah, that's way too close. Xeric, Grimshaw, Vex. No. Ah, man. Let me see if this is any results for this one. No, it's. No, I don't want to use that one. Vexlar. Vixen. Vexus? Like Lexus? Oh no, that's a copyrighted. Hmm. Vexaron. Ryan. Vexrion. Tex. Mex. Lex. Trying to think of A, B, C, D, Dex. Dexrion. That's kind of cool looking. Make sure there's no weird Dexron. Dexion. Dexrio. Dexto. Dexlar. Dexler? No. Hexrion. G. Jex. Jexrion. Dex. Dexion. Jexion. Ion. It's kind of cool. Wait. What's that, NASA? let me try this real quick. Uh, holy crap. Ooh. Ooh. Astronix. Let's get rid of those. Celestus. Okay, that was a 5th century theologian. Interesting. Uranus. Cumtan. Nebulon. Kind of cool sounding. Nebulon Tindalos. I'm gonna have him eventually remember his middle name, so I'll come up with I'll use one of these. Astros. Nebulon. Astros. Nebulon. Is that difficult to pronounce? Nebulon. because they'll have to say it a lot. Luminar Astros. Saturn X. Solaris. Novar. Nove. Chevy Nova. Novar. Astros. Yeah, I think that's better. Novar. Novar. I could leave the two A's in there and then make jokes about when people try to pronounce it. So they say Novar. No, it's Novar. That would work. Okay. Dovar Astros Tindalos. That sounds pretty good. Oh, that's good. So if I don't decide this, I think it's better that way because my character wouldn't know. Yeah, I just don't need that. I'll just say. What was the name of Eldoria? Yep. Mm, bronze. He spells swirl. Swirl. Green and purple depending on the light. He was walking around a forest and practicing with it. He was spirited away. It is metal and of high quality. Mostly metal, high quality. Childhood friend Alira, the daughter of wealthy merchants. Also and I'll just say a human. Maybe let's say it's a human. Little did anyone know that it was magical and capable of interacting with the Fey gateways. Cool. Barbarian skill proficiencies, animal handling, perception. Let me see if I'm can integrate more of this stuff. I need this. Resistance to fire damage. Dark vision. Good stuff. Got this. Let's get this. Cool. size, medium class, creature type, humanoid. Might as well put this in here. Tiefling. Yeah, it's weirdly formatted. Size, medium. I mean, probably don't need to include this stuff, but I'm not gonna do speed. I'm not gonna put that in there. All right, that's good. Class, barbarian. I'll put these in here. Okay, maybe I'll put everything. So just in case I want to reference it or something in the future. Although 30 is the standard, pretty much. So in this case, cool. Okay, that's good. Class, weapon proficiencies. Let me put this above that one. Armor proficiencies. Cool. Rage. In battle, you fight with primal ferocity. On your turn, you can enter a rage as a bonus action. While raging, you gain the following benefits. If you're wearing heavy armor, the advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. It's already 7:30. Might have to come back to this tomorrow. When you make melee weapon attacks using strength, you gain a bonus to the damage roll. You're gonna have to learn this. So increases. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage when you're in rage. If you are able to cast spells, you can't cast them or concentrate on them while raging. It's perfect sounding. Okay. Your rage lasts 1 minute, so that's 10 turns. It ends early if you're knocked unconscious. Your turn ends. Wait, it ends early if you are knocked unconscious or if your turn ends and you haven't attacked a hostile creature since your last turn or taken damage since then. So if you go rage and you're not around anything, it's a waste. Unarmored defense. While you're not wearing armor, your armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity modifier plus your constitution. Yeah, this is going to be interesting if I if I don't emphasize certain skills here, it's going to be certainly interesting. Ability score. I don't remember anything. Okay. Background. Acolyte. Custom. Equipment. Spells. Feats. Okay. Guessing I can't. Okay. Alright, so that's basically discard. Close. I think that's all I can do there, so I'm going to get rid of that. I'll have to do the Fey mark. Let me go back. Oh, shoot. Dice roller. Oops. Let's roll a 5. What is this? Oh. Interesting. Okay, I got a 5, which is... Ooh, that's pretty cool. Uh, Feywild Visitor. Whenever you're sound asleep or in a deep trance during a long rest, the spirit of the Feywild might pay you a visit. If the DM wishes it. Determine the spirit's form by rolling the visitor table. Okay, this is whenever. Pretty sure this is a one-time deal. Cool. Feywild connection. Your mannerisms and knowledge. Fey customs are recognized by natives. See you as one of their own. Suggested characteristics. Tables by optional or suited. Deal. Personality traits. Haunted by fey laughter. Like a nomad. Good music. Am I supposed to roll this? Okay, let's try it. D8. 7. I like it. Pretty much. I'll have to think of some eccentric things to do. Okay, so imagine if you ever seen Death Note, the L guy. I think he was L, or was he the investigator guy? Sat in chairs like all hunched up and stuff. I might do things like that. Ideals. Let's try this. There's another D8. Okay. That was an 8. Greed. Oh, man. Well, I mean, I took the other one, so I might as well take this one. Bonds. Another 8. 2. I find magic in all its forms to be compelling. Okay, I guess. Even though I'm a berserker. Berserker. Flaws. Oops, that's not what I want. Another D8. 5. Oh boy. I mean, I probably wouldn't have a good reason to remember things when I was alone yeah. I could work with that. Okay, that's about it there. Paste this into here. Oops. There we go. A pouch containing 8 GP. Cool. Do I have those written down? Don't think I do. So I have those. Tiefling. This is good. This has like so much potential of RP stuff. It's good. Very nice. We go to the barbarian. Barbaros. Oh, they're different ones. Maybe this one? Storm Herald. Ancestral Guardian. No. Path of the Battle Ranger? Axe idiot in Dwarvish. No. Path of the Beast. Bestial spark burning within them. No. Berserker. I mean, okay. Storm Herald. Marines who follow the path of the Storm Herald learn instead to transform their rage into a mantle of primal magic. So, Super Saiyan? This might work. Training alongside druids, rangers, they're sworn to protect the natural realm. Storm Aura. Sea, Tundra, Storm Soul, Shield Storm, Raging Storm. That one's decent. Let's try Totem Warrior. Totem Warrior's spiritual journey, step the path of spirit animal as a guide. Uh-oh. My persona. Totem spirit fills you with might, adding magical fuel to barbarian rage. Most barbarians consider a totem animal to be kin to the particular clan. This is like Udyr from League of Legends. Or Udyr is like this, I should say, because this is probably older. Wild magic. Oh boy. Many places in multiverse abound with beautiful, intense emotion. This might, yeah, the Feywild. I feel like I have to pick this one. In rampant magic, the Feywild, upper planes, supernatural radiate such forces. Elf, tiefling, Armenians often seek this path. Okay, this is like tailor made. Wild Surge. Unshakable Backlash. Control Surge. As folk of deep feeling, barbarians are especially susceptible to these wild influences, with some barbarians transformed by walk the path of wild magic. So you roll and you get one of these. It looks like. Oh man, it does fit. It really does fit. But each creature of your choice, you can see within 30 feet of you must succeed in a Constitution saving throw. Take 1d12 necrotic damage. You also gain hit points. You teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. Until your rage ends, you can use this effect again. Intangible spirit. Created with 5 feet. Say rage ends. Infuse your weapon of choice. Its effect requires a saving throw. DC 8 plus proficiency bonus plus constitution modifier. Interesting. Oh man, you can double whammy it. Unstable backlash. Oh. Zealot. Nah. Nope. So this one, let me see this giant one. Giant power. No. Where's the other one? Storm Herald. Storm Aura. Storm Soul. Raging Storm. Okay, I'm going to do the other one. This one looks interesting. So we're going to go like this. Cool. That should be interesting. Some variety is nice. Okay. Let's paste this here so I can reference it directly. So I'm going to recopy this stuff. Save. All right. This is intense. So we got different levels here. Can go up to level 20. Unlimited. Rages. Rage damage. Hit dice, hit points, proficiencies, saving throws. Primal knowledge. This is definitely Giga Chad words going on here. But my character is not going to be that, most likely. We'll see. It's going to take some hits on other stuff to make him smarter. Not that it's going to be great, but it'd be more skill based RP situations. Although I will try to make him decentish in, I think it's Constitution. This is his main one. So I should probably give the best score to Constitution. But I thought there was another one too. I don't think I've done a Barbarian, so I'm not sure. Yeah, so there's Constitution. .5e Barbarian. This is called Wild Magic or something. Strength. Constitution. Charisma. So I think I want this one high. Dex. Yeah. Well. All right. I have to work on all this more as well. Let's see, where was I? Tried to. I just fixed a word in here and I can't find it. Taught. There we go. All right, I think I'm done for now. This needs more work, but I'm spending a lot of time on it. Anyways, that was cool. And that's a good start there. Just need to revise some things and should be pretty fun. More than pretty fun. All right. And out. As usual, I need to eventually make a end screen for this thing, but don't have one yet. So I'll see ya.